I am in Dunedin, Florida, and we are joined now by former Toronto Blue Jay and retired MLB pitcher Dustin McGowan. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday morning, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Oh, great. The sun is shining. We're talking baseball. We have you on the show. I was talking to Blue Jays fans earlier who, just to my right, they're so excited that we are talking to you today. But while I'm here at the Blue Jays spring training complex, I know it looks a lot different now than when you were here. Do you have any memorable spring training moments from when you're with the Jays?
Uh, I mean, I've kind of that new facility they got must be really nice. I went through two different ones. The first one, everybody could barely fit in, and then they upgraded, and then I leave and upgrade again.
I'm not going to say you're the reason why they upgraded, but no, I love that we're having you on here to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays and just your time with this team. And it's funny, so people here, they do have your jersey at home. They said, they're like, if we would have known he was on here, I'm like, hey, it's virtual, he's not going to be able to sign it anyway. But there's so much expectations and pressure put on you guys individually as athletes, but also from the fans and media. What do you remember dealing with the mentality of spring training going into a season, because obviously there was so much expectations put on you in your career?
Um, you know, Trying to get back to baseball was the main point of spring training for us. Um,
Yeah.
I know back a little bit later, earlier, I guess you'd say, you come into spring training to get ready. These days, you have to come into spring training ready to compete because they got everybody trying to win a job, and it's you can't come in slacking.
I am interested though, Dustin. Like when, as a pitcher coming into spring training, you probably look at different ways through the offseason of how to improve your game and maybe work on a couple of different grips on pitches and things like that. At what point do you like throw all that out, or are you continuously working on those things? Like for a pitcher, what's the process of spring training look like? Getting stretched out and maybe trying to add some things to your arsenal.
Well, that all depends on whether you got a contract or not. You know, some guys can come into spring training and work on certain things in games. Other guys have to come and bring their best every day to try to make the team. So for me, I love to come about a month early, just to get acclimated and ready to go. I always thought that worked best for me, and now you see a lot of guys doing it. So I think that's what works best for a lot of players.
Did you have a welcome to the big leagues moment when you got to your first spring trainings? Whether it was around Carlos Delgado or whomever it might have been. Like, what was your welcome to the big leagues moment?
Yeah, you can say that. I think you're kind of in shock when you get around the big stars at first, until you realize they're just human beings like you, and they're all pretty cool, and so that was great to know.
There's something else. I know we're going down memory lane with you, but when they were the Medicine Hat Blue Jays, which a lot of
Oh
people
boy.
do not remember, but yes, yes, you played there. Can you take me through those days? Because you're from a rare breed that you played there.
Yeah. The thing I remember the most is the bus rides. Our shortest one was like 6 hours, and I was
What?
doubled up with a cat. Yeah, everything was in Montana, Utah, um, and I was doubled up with a catcher named Buster Smalls, and he wasn't small. So,
Oh my god.
Great name.
Oh, that is a great name. Well, now you've switched to coaching, and it's just, for years inspiring and helping the next generation. What has that process been like? Because also, like, you're dealing with the personalities and helping trying to develop them. Like, that's a whole different ball game.
yeah, I learned. It took me a year to learn it. It's not like being in the big leagues. I expected so much from these kids, and then I just forgot they're teenagers. You know,
Yeah.
they all need to be coached differently, and some guys you can push, some guys you got to handle with care. And so, as much as I'm trying to teach them, I'm learning myself.
Love that. It's always new experiences around the game. Now, your 2007 season was unbelievable with the Jays. I remember it very well. And the one thing I've always kind of wondered, like when I say the name Jeff Baker to you, how do you feel? Because man, I thought you had that no in the bag.
Yeah. Funny story about that is after that, because it was right before, I think it was right before the All-Star break. I came home for the All-Star break, and one of my best friends comes over to my house, and he's like, "Hey, I got you a present." I'm like, "Well, what do you got me?" And he hands me a Jeff Baker signed baseball card. So, I still have it to this day. It's in my safe.
Did you know you were on the brink of a no hitter when you got to that ninth inning?
No. I remember in the eighth inning, the crowd was going nuts after a strikeout to end the inning, and I made the biggest mistake. I happened to just kind of look up where they got that scoreboard running, up top in the upper deck, and I seen it was all zeros, and I
Oh
mean,
no.
then I knew.
Yeah, that's when you get a little nervous. I can imagine, or you start to understand what's going on. How much like you had a lot of injuries that you dealt with, but how much did your love of the game keep you trying to fight back and keep coming back? And of course, you had the opening day start for the Jays in 2014. How much of your love for the game is what kept you going through your career through those tough times?
All of it. I always said that if there was a chance I could still pitch, I would give it everything I got. And you know, looking in that mirror, I'm the person that was going to tell me if I was done or not. And that wasn't the case. It was me keep going.
Yeah, and it was great to see you get that opening day start and to have a decent season for the Jays in 2014 as well. So you look at coaching now, and how do you take your experiences? And I know you mentioned it. You got to handle each kid differently, but how do you impart your big league career and some of those experiences and try to get it through to young athletes that the journey and the process is probably the best part of your future.
Yeah, it's hard with teenagers. They're teenagers. They don't listen to anybody. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
But
sure. Yeah.
I do my best to give them little tidbits here and there, and try to make it where it's understandable for them. Because I know at that age I didn't quite under. If somebody was like me was talking to me then, I probably wouldn't understand most of it. So you got to kind of break it down for them.
Uh, when we talk about, not listening to teenagers, they don't listen to us. Who knows what's happening sometimes in their minds, but you are helping shape them. And I appreciate your patience with everybody and including us. But when you're watching baseball, like say you're watching a Major League Baseball game, are you able to watch it and be relaxed? Or are you always analyzing the game?
Oh, I'm analyzing right away. You know, but to be honest, for the first couple years after retirement, I didn't watch much baseball. I just watched so much of it for 18 years, and then they got the new pitch clock, and that made it for me a little more enjoyable because it just speeds things up, and it makes it you know more action.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Baseball is back. We appreciate your time today, sir, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon when the season is on. But thank you for your time, and we appreciate you. Have an awesome day.
You too. Thanks for having me.